Welcome to this video. Today we're going to be doing a stock analysis on quantum computing. I'm going to be performing a fundamental analysis as well as a technical analysis. Now, if you like this video and found it helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, first let's take a look at the technicals. Now, as you probably noticed, there is this huge death cross here in the 14th of January. Now, a death cross, for those of you who don't know, that is when the 200-day moving average, that is the yellow line here, moves above the 50-day moving average, which shows that the recent trend is downwards instead of upwards. That is why the 50-day is below it. Now, if you pay attention to the candlesticks here, you can see that right before the death cross here, we have a huge gap in the stock trending down from 17.59 all the way down to, it would have been closed at $10.01. Now, that is a drop at almost 40%, if not even more. No, that's more. That's like 70%, which is crazy in one single day. And as you can see here, it is the same day as with the other stocks that I highlighted earlier. You can check those out on my channel. This was the day that NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang came out and told us about he thought the quantum computing was far off in the future, which I think is preposterous. Now, if we take a look at the broader stock, it resembles the patterns of many other quantum computing stocks where it traded very, very flat just until October when it gained a bit more speed, and then back in November it skyrocketed, trading all the way up to $27. And of course, since then we have seen quite the tumble. As you can see, it is now trading at $6.07. You can see here, it even dropped almost 2% on Friday. Now, if you take a look at the earnings, that is the thing that's quite interesting with this stock. You can see their earnings per share is actually most of the time quite better. Now, they're still losing money. As you can see, their estimate is still minus 0.01, but they're still beating that, and they're actually losing less and less money, and they're estimated to lose even less money next quarter. So that is quite interesting. Dividends, of course, they don't pay dividends. As you can see here in the financial statements, they don't make money at all. They don't even cross the $1 million, or as you can see here, 19.0, 20.0, 21.0. So as you can see, it's quite bad. If we take a look at the quarterly, you can see they don't barely even make 100,000. These 2 months are the only one that they have ever made above $100,000, which is insane compared to their competitors like D-Wave, who are making millions. Of course, they're still losing money, but then again, look, these are losing 8 million, losing 5 million. Quite interesting. Now, if we take a look at the performance after the jump, it has been downwards ever since from the peak. It has been down quite a lot ever since then. As you can see here, if we take a look at the graphs from the other years, 2024, as well as, of course, as I mentioned, all the other stocks, this blew up quite a lot. The technical says it's a sell. Also, you can look at the RSI index down here. It's below 50, which is quite poor channel to be in. It doesn't really say oversold that much, nor does it say overbought that much. If we zoom in, we can see it does say a bit oversold actually here in the recent times. But yeah, again, stocks like this are quite volatile as they don't make any money at all. Now, of course, the analysts think it's a great stock, as you can see in the forecasts. Or well, the analyst, we have one single analyst says it's strong buy. I would be quite wary by purchasing this stock. Then, as you can see, it is one person. So, of course, don't make your assumption on one person. Always make your own analysis. But one of the reasons I actually like this one quite a lot, despite it having been tumbling quite far, is it actually sells products to other quantum computing companies. Now, so they make some of the parts needed for making quantum computers, and they sell some of them to other companies like D-Wave, Rigetz Computing, and so on and so forth. Now, something I just learned today actually is quite interesting. I'm going to show you here, is their director, the CEO, Weimer Carl Scott, recently purchased, as you can see here, the 19th of February, he purchased 100,000 worth of stock, no, 100,000 stocks. So he now owns 300,000 stocks. He has purchased almost every year. Well, the past 3 years in a row, he has purchased 100,000, and it doesn't really matter the price. Let's see in 2023 what the price was first of 20. Let's go all the way back. Let's close this. All the way back to that. Okay, we can't get to see that even. Let me make this graph a bit bigger. 2023, we have, yep, as you can see here in 2023, it was trading around $2. Then in 2024, it was trading at below $1 the entire year, except for the last one here. But then this year, of course, when he bought it at, what did he buy it? 19th. That would be not that far ago. Just the other day, at around $8 actually, so he's down 20% on that investment. So given the fact that the CEO is purchasing some stock, it means that he has faith in it, even though has fallen since. This is a very nice signal. Also because this means that he is in it for his own money besides the one that he has for just being CEO. So very, very interesting. Personally, I think this stock is gonna go up towards about $10 within the next couple months. The reason I think that is because every single quantum computing stock has been taking a beating ever since January, and I think that slowly there is going to be some confidence back in the market once everything calms down, and perhaps when we see the White House come out with an announcement within AI and quantum computing and other fields, but also because there has just been quite much silence from every single stock within quantum computing space lately. So I think it's very interesting at the moment, and I think they're gonna have a renaissance and come back a bit. I don't think it's a necessarily a wise choice. I'm doing it with a very small position of my own money, but yeah, it's quite interesting. But of course, in stocks like this, where let's see the market cap. Give me a second. Yeah, here, as you can see, the market cap, it's not even $1 billion. This is very small. So many funds on Wall Street are not allowed to even trade with stocks that are this small. So that is also a reason why I would be quite wary, as the smaller the company, the bigger the smaller the position they make, and some aren't even allowed. That is why let me take another one. Rigetti, for example, which has a higher market cap here, 2 billion. Now this is allowed to be traded for some. Of course, I don't know every single company what they're allowed to and what they're not allowed to, but some don't allow their traders to trade when they're below a billion because it's simply way too risky. That was my analysis on quantum computing. If you liked it, please don't forget to like and subscribe.